Hey everybody, Sexy Matt the Pharaoh Wizard here, and I'm here with my boy, Dougie Fresh, Dougalicious, Double D, whatever he wants to go by this week. All the things.
It's pretty abundant, so yeah,
whatever you want to put. Just don't call him late to dinner. Aha! Let's cut that out. I won't, though. All right. So I'm trying something a little different this time. I'm back on camera. I haven't done that in a bit. And also, usually every year I do my worst to best Marvel list. But I thought it'd be fun to bring Doug in, and we're going to have our own individual lists and kind of compare and contrast. So...
Probably argue
a little bit.
Argue a little bit.
We'll see how this goes. I don't know where we're going to deal with this, but, fun experiment, something new and different. So we'll try it out. So first thing I'll bring up, though, before we get into it, this isn't necessarily a worst to best, because I don't think, honestly, we can call anything from Marvel in 2021 the worst.
I've seen worst.
Yeah, like there's not anything bad. This is like the least good to our favorite.
Yeah. Not being biased, I've seen terrible movies this year.
Yeah.
So, I'm not...
So...
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it, and it's just these are everything that came out in 2021 and how we feel. So there's 9 things that came out, so let's just dive right into it. So, number 9, what's your number 9? Your least favorite?
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
All right. Mine is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Okay.
So, what didn't you care for in Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I didn't really care for the whole shtick thing that they do.
Like yelling at each other and
it's like the bad cop, good cop thing.
Okay.
And they don't get along.
Yeah. That'll
come up later,
I'm sure.
But yeah, they don't get along, and then they do get along. The whole thing.
Yeah.
So that was I didn't hate it.
Sure.
But it was my last one.
Your least favorite.
Yeah.
For me, Shang-Chi was good until, and there's spoilers for everything here. Like, we're just not going to worry about spoiling anything because you should have seen it by the time this video comes out.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Shang-Chi, once they go into the other dimension or the other world, it gets too fantasy for me. And I'm just not like a Tolkien fantasy kind of person. I don't like that style of fantasy. And
might be where we diverge.
Yeah.
I did like that, but I'll let you go.
We'll get there. So that's sort of where it lost me. Like, once they brought into that other world, I'm like, cool, I'm just going to check out now. And so there's half the movie where I'm like, I'm just kind of done. I liked everything up to that, and then also they still didn't do the Mandarin really well. Like, they built him up as this big evil guy, and he's just sort of like a dad.
I'll give you that. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Like, he wasn't all...
He was hired for it.
Yeah. Like, he wasn't this big, scary guy that they've been building up still. Yeah. Like, they ruined Mandarin once with the Trevor Slattery in Iron Man 3, and they're like, no, we promised the real Mandarin's coming, and this still wasn't very intimidating or, interesting to me. So that's why it's my least favorite.
I do get that. Okay. I'm not gonna judge you on that one.
So there we go. So there's our least favorite. So number 8. What do you got on number 8?
I have Hawkeye. Because it was good.
It was.
But because they did the premise of need to be home by Christmas.
Yeah.
Happy.
Yeah.
It's a whole Christmas thing. It's it's all based around that holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And just didn't like that.
Didn't care for it?
I didn't care for it. I liked it.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
Well, as we said, none of this is the worst.
It's all ranking.
Yeah. It's just ranking them, yeah.
I just, wasn't big on the holiday thing.
Sure. I think mine's going to be what a lot of people agree with, and maybe they would have put it at number 9, but I'm going to say Black Widow. I think if it would have come out in that order, like it did come out after Civil War and not before she died and all that happened, I think it would have been more interesting.
Okay.
But instead, it was just sort of just another movie. Not good nor bad, just existing. Some really good parts, like Yelena was a big breakout part of that. And I hope obviously they're bringing her into more stuff in there. So that'll be good, but like, you kind of know where everyone's going to end up. And it's,
I mean, you get the gist of it. Like, yeah. You know he's going to be home for Christmas, like all this stuff.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing of Hawkeye with I feel with Black Widow. Like, you know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. And so, and it's not the Taskmaster thing. I know a lot of people got all pissy about Taskmaster. But I actually didn't mind what they did with Taskmaster, but
I thought it was cool.
Yeah. But in the end, Black Widow was just sort of just another movie. It didn't like wow me. All right, moving on. Number 7.
Number 7. That was my Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. Sorry. Shang-Chi. I did like the fantasy side of it at the end. I did also kind of like thinking that the dragon, was like Fang Fang Foom.
Yeah, Fang Fang Foom. Yeah.
But turns out it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it did play into some sort of like fantasy realm.
Sure.
That was like Lord of the Rings, like stuff like that. But yeah, no, I liked it.
All right.
So obviously none of these movies or shows I didn't hate.
Nothing you hated. Nothing either of us hated.
Yeah.
But it's just, in the sense of ranking.
Yeah.
So my number 7 is Wanda Vision.
Okay.
I think it started off way too slow, and then it got some really good stuff, but it felt like it took a real long time to build up to that.
I heard that from a lot of people.
Yeah.
That they didn't get it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to keep going. Like, it's...
Yeah.
Like, you can't just watch 1-2 episodes and then, you have to keep going.
Yeah.
And then you get the timeline of what's going on. I don't think some people I knew got that. But.
Yeah. So I liked what they did with Vision a lot. I liked what they did with Wanda, and I liked where it ended up and doing everything. But it just took so long to get into it.
I'm not gonna lie, it did take a long time to build up to an actual storyline.
Yeah, that something's actually happening.
Yeah.
So that's why. I liked it, but it took a bit to get into it. So number 6. What was that? Just about the half? Nah, one more will be halfway. So still on the bottom half. Number 6.
My 6 was Black Widow.
Okay.
I did like the action scenes. I did like the storyline. But Hopper, man.
Yeah.
He's cheesy and it threw me off. I don't hate the guy.
Yeah.
But man,
I know cheesy.
They kind of go for comedy aspect, but again, don't hate it.
Yeah.
It was still fun.
Sure.
I liked it.
Yeah. So my number 6 is Loki.
Okay.
So I liked it. I liked Tom Hiddleston in the role, like them taking over it. I think a little bit of the dimension hopping got a little timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly.
Some Doctor Who shit. Yeah.
Yeah. For my own taste. And I don't know. I enjoyed it, but I just don't think I enjoyed it as much as other people. And I don't know if I can even really explain it outside of just it felt like it was getting too complicated just to be complicated. Rather than servicing it.
Why I liked it.
So,
more.
Yeah. So this is the halfway point.
Okay.
So the one in the middle, number 5. What do you got?
Number 5, I have Loki.
So just one difference between the two.
The reason I liked it at number 5 was because of the multiverse aspect.
Yeah.
Because you kind of get an end game.
Mm-hmm.
You get like the hint for it in end game, and then you don't go full like Doctor Strange, but you do get like more of an introduction to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, the storyline was weird, but I did like that they like did more with the multiverse and like introduced Kang at the end.
Yeah, they did introduce Kang.
And yeah, even if like you don't really get it, it's Kang.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did something with it.
Yeah.
And they left it on like a cliffhanger. So yeah.
Cool. So my number 5 is gonna be Hawkeye.
Or Hot Guy.
Hot Guy. Jeremy Renner's not that hot, to be honest.
No, he's not. He's no Brad Pitt.
Out of all the original Avengers, I think I'd actually put him on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd take Downey Jr. over him.
Yeah.
Even Ruffalo.
Yeah. Even Hulk Ruffalo.
Ooh. That would be a good time. Okay.
Anyways.
Regardless.
So what I liked about it is, of course, they brought in the thing I explained earlier. My favorite part of Black Widow was brought into it. I like the introduction of Echo. And the most important thing is it made sure everyone knew the Marvel Netflix shows are canon.
I did not explain that. I'm glad you did.
Because I've been fighting that battle forever where people are like, no, it's a different universe. No, it's different. Now it's there. Kingpin, the one from Daredevil, the same Kingpin is in this. So it's 100%. The Netflix stuff is all in canon.
And as far as you can tell, he still wants sugar.
Yeah.
Joke.
But
it might be. Come on. Okay.
The funny part is, though, even though it canonized the Netflix stuff, it might have uncanonized Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with the reveal at the end.
Don't even care about that.
Exactly.
Don't care about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And honestly, it's really not that uncanning it, because they could make a bunch of people the same agent number. It's not that big a deal. If you're not sure what we're talking about, they say Hawkeye's wife at the end is Agent 16, which is Mockingbird. And they already had Mockingbird and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
We got into an argument about this. This is what we do, like 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
So it happens. But yeah.
But anyway, so those are the things I really liked. I also really liked Kate Bishop and Haley Steinfeld playing her. The other part, though, is it is pretty cut and dry, just basic. Like, you know where it's going. It's a Christmas story. So that part did bring it. That's why it brought it down to the middle. But I enjoy the world building, I guess, they did with it.
It's like Home Alone without the house.
Yeah.
It's Home Alone like in a city, but not Home Alone 2.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But
they had like the getting ready montage in the last episode where they built all the arrows, and so yeah, that part was weak, but
no paint cans.
No paint cans.
No like.
But they did have a growy arrow and a shrinky arrow.
They did. That was pretty cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right, number 4.
4, mine is Wanda Vision.
All right.
So being at the end, like seeing the end of WandaVision, obviously spoilers, like you have to already seen this. I don't care.
Yeah, if you're watching this video, you have to have seen that. This is full spoilers.
So like it's very House of M, which I really dug. Like really dug.
You
My
really
name's
dug,
Doug.
yeah.
Yeah. But it went very well House of M, and obviously like Magneto's on it, like
not really House of M, but the same idea of changing the world to her perspective.
Yeah, like I'm not like going off like your Google what do you call it, like just like searches or based on like what you've looked at.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's she's literally like the most powerful person.
Yeah.
In the Marvel universe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like,
Yeah.
doing anything, but like that kind of proves when she is.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that.
So, yeah, no, I dug the storyline. It was cool to go from like Leave It to Beaver up to Zack and Cody.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Zack and Cody, but I know what it is.
Yeah.
But it's like the same thing. Like it's every decade.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it worked out good. And it was like their first streaming
It was
show.
the first show on Disney Plus.
So, like, I was kind of skeptical, just being a movie person. But yeah, no, I thought it came out pretty good. I liked it. A lot of people I know didn't like make it past 2-3 episodes because they didn't get the premise of it.
Yeah.
But like already knowing the storyline of House of M, like really helps, and especially like seeing Endgame and knowing like where she's coming from, like helps with the whole thing. But yeah, that's my number 5.
All right, number 4. Yeah, 4. My number 4 is one I'm gonna get a lot of hate for, and I think we're both gonna get a lot of hate for another pick later. But anyways, although we don't know each other's lists, but I know what's gonna happen. Anyways. My number 4 is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I actually liked the banter between the two of them. I got a lot of fun out of that. I really like Anthony Mackie. I like him growing into the role of Captain America rather than like he getting the shield at the end of Endgame and then next time we see him, he's full Captain America. I like seeing the build up into that he needs to feel that how he takes this over.
We didn't talk about this.
Yeah.
That might change something. I'm not going to change it on my list, but you're making a very good case.
Yeah. I actually really liked U.S. Agent, although he was Captain America, but he's U.S. Agent.
I thought that was going to be a bigger thing.
Yeah, and it might be still because Elaine from Seinfeld did, find him at the end.
Yeah.
She seems to be collecting people, so we'll see where that goes. That'll be interesting.
Elaine from Seinfeld. What's her name?
It's Elaine from Seinfeld. I don't know the character's name. That's weird.
I will put you on the spot. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, those things I really liked about it. I can kind of see where people got down on it, but I like a grounded Marvel show without a whole lot of craziness and superpowers. I do enjoy that at times, but I like to also see like these are all just people. Like
and they literally are.
Yeah.
They are just like they don't have like obviously like he's got like
the Winter
Bucky's
Soldier
got a robotic arm.
Yeah, and I think he's enhanced. And then they fought some
he just had the serum.
Strength enhanced people. But yeah, no crazy powers. Just maybe sort of strong, but that's about it. And it was kind of interesting to I like to see that sometimes.
That's kind of the cool thing about like Hawkeye.
Yeah.
They're just normal people.
Just a regular guy.
But yeah, I just got stuck on the subject of like the good cop, bad cop thing. Like, where they hate each other. It's like chips, but they don't ride motorcycles.
Sure.
So it just like to me when I watched it, like I liked it, but it just still felt like just two guys that don't want to be together. Yep. Obviously, they don't want to be together, but they have to, and they have been together.
Yeah.
So they have to make it work, and it's I don't know. That's why mine's lower.
Sure.
Or higher.
All right. So top 3. Here we go. Number 3.
Number 3 is Eternals.
Okay.
So I loved that they kind of branched out and went for something that wasn't like a big deal.
Yeah.
Even though like Iron Man's wasn't a big deal at the time, the Hulk wasn't a big deal. Different studios own that, or well, Sony owns Spider-Man, Universal owns Hulk, but like, yeah, they did like Iron Man, just took a shot in the dark.
Yep.
And went with Eternals. I'm not a huge Eternals fan. Like, I don't know a lot of the backstory. I know the basic premise.
Yeah.
But it was a good movie, man.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That's the one I was hinting at that we're both going to get hate for, because I think a lot of people would put that at their bottom. A lot of people didn't like it, but I know we both really enjoyed it and came out of it liking it.
Yeah. No, it was fun. It was it was like when we saw Iron Man in 2007.
Yeah.
When it came out, Saturday morning at like 8 o'clock when you got off night shift.
Yeah.
We went and saw it, and it was just like a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
That was before like real Marvel Studios. That was it was
still Marvel Studios.
It was Marvel Studios,
but it was,
that was
distributed by Paramount.
That's right. Okay. But yeah, it was just a character they had like on the back line, because they sold like all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Or all the popular stuff, not good stuff, popular stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like that. And I didn't know much about it. Like, I know the premise of Iron Man. Saw the movie, it was cool.
Yeah.
I know the premise of Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not a huge fan. I know there's like 3 volumes?
Something like that. I don't know. There is a lot of it.
I think I only have like 1 volume.
Yeah.
But like I know like the backstory. But it was still fun.
Yeah.
Like, it was super fun to see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My number 3 is What If. I liked it a lot. I liked seeing the different stuff, going into the different universes. The animation style was really cool. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun and traipsing around different universes and all that fun stuff. It's down a little bit for me because some of the actors that they brought back to be voice actors weren't good voice actors.
Yeah, there's quite a few people they didn't bring forward.
There's also people they didn't bring back at all.
Yep.
Or even asked to bring back. But there's a few that just aren't good voice actors either, because it's a different talent.
Yeah.
But outside of that, yeah, it was kind of fun. It was also fun to have something it is attached, but it's not attached.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to watch What If, at least as of right now, to understand things in the movies. As long as you've seen everything up to What If, you can watch What If and enjoy it and just, see how things turned out differently.
Yeah.
And
that's where it kind of goes into, because that's actually my number 2.
All right.
We're doing 3 though.
We're on 3. I'm on my 3, but that's okay.
You're 3. So.
But we can jump right into it.
So my 2. Yeah.
You're number 2.
So my number 2 is What If.
There you go.
For the same reasons.
Yeah.
It's like fun. It's fun. Like, you can you can read your comic and do the storyline, and then What If, like, obviously they have What If comics.
Yeah.
But like, it's a different storyline.
Yeah, and I like the little self-contained episodes.
Yeah.
That was fun. Granted, they brought them all back at the last 2 episodes or 1 episode or whatever, but it was nice. Yeah, just like little back to like Saturday morning cartoons in a way of like, you watched it, it's done. Whatever problem happened was solved, and we're done.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, if I read something, I don't want to watch the same exact thing.
Yeah.
So it's fun to have a storyline that you can read, and then, hey, I'm gonna watch this show that in case like it just takes off 180 degrees.
Yeah.
And just gets weird. Like,
yeah,
it's fun to see what they come up with.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So that's why it's my number 2, because I do like surprises.
Yeah. So yeah, we totally just flipped 2 and 3, because my number 2 is Eternals.
Oh shit.
So close right there.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Did I say shit?
No, that's fine.
We'll edit it.
I don't care.
Damn it.
Anyways, so yeah, my number 2 is Eternals. Again, yeah, exactly, it's the same. I didn't have expectations going into it because I know nothing of Eternals. I looked through my database and I have like 1 comic of Eternals that even show up, so I have nothing comic-wise. And it was something also nice to see, like, you probably don't need much backstory going into Eternals. It was just starting a whole new thing, and it felt like, to me, like that was the official kickoff of Phase 4. We're like, here's a new thing. Here's, and unfortunately, it sounds like they're not going to follow up on it because they haven't said anything about any Eternals 2 at any time soon.
Well, here's my guess why a lot of people don't like it as like a number 2 or whatever.
Sure.
Where were they during like Infinity War Endgame?
They could have stopped Thanos.
Exactly. But
I could see that. Well, a lot of people also say it's boring. I didn't get that at all, to be honest. So
it was a fun ride.
So I don't know. I can't even speak to that at all because it's like I don't find it boring at all. I found it quite interesting. Yeah. I found it really cool, extra world building, adding these new elements to Marvel, and
that's what I want. Like, I don't want the same. Like, I don't want to see obviously I did see like Matrix, like the new Matrix Resurrection, but expanding a universe, not just
retracing,
not just
the same
going
steps
through a timeline, but expanding the universe,
exactly.
Which is cool, which is obviously what they're doing.
And that's what I wanted to see, and is excited to see Black Knight get introduced. I didn't know this at the time, but technically it introduced Blade, so that was cool.
Did I miss that?
So at the end credit scene, where Jon Snow is about to grab the sword, and a guy says...
It's the voice.
Yeah, the voice.
But they don't show him.
They don't show him, but that is the voice of the actor playing Blade.
Cobra from...
Cottonmouth.
Or
from Luke Cage.
From Luke Cage. Okay. Yep. Shit, you're right. Okay.
So in a way, it introduced Blade and introduced Black Knight. It really did more with the Celestials. They've only just been mentioned, and now they're like really a big part of this. And some cool stuff. So I guess if you're playing along at home, this was unintentional, but we both have the same number 1. So number 1, it is ready. Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yep. You probably don't know me, but I am a huge Spider-Man fan. Obviously, that was going to be my number 1. Bringing in spoilers, bringing in multiverse and the different Spider-Men. Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, the villains. Dr. Octopus, Lizard, Green Goblin. It was. I'm 36 years old, and it was nostalgia fun, man.
Yeah.
I won't ruin everything, but holy shit, man, it was the funnest movie I've seen. Yeah. Because it goes back to being in high school, and I'm 36. So I mean, I don't even remember when the first Tobey Maguire one
2001.
came out. So 2001.
20 years ago.
So yeah, there you go. 20 years of being...
Oh wait, it's 02, but still 20 years ago.
Okay, yeah. So 20 years ago, plus backlog, being a Spider-Man fan. Yeah. My favorite character. It was really fun, because also over the fall they kind of were hinting at it. Yeah. So you didn't really know, but you didn't want to jump the gun. Yeah. And be no, they're gonna be in there. Yeah. It was, and I'm so glad it was such a surprise. Yeah. I wasn't surprised I did. They were gonna be in there, but yeah, it was so fun just for 20 years of Spider-Man nostalgia, man. Yeah. And I'm that nostalgia guy. Yeah. I'll put it out there.
So I actually was going into this prepared to hate it. I don't like all the universe things that every company is doing now. We already had Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Flash is going to be doing essentially the same thing that Spider-Man just did. Okay. And the Arrowverse did in 2019, maybe 18, did Crisis on Infinite Earths, where they went all over and they went back to other TV shows and stuff in DC's history. And it's like, but surprised. I really enjoyed that aspect of the other Spider-Man coming in. I thought this was actually the best portrayal of the Green Goblin by Willem Dafoe. Because you don't want him to be the friend. You want him to be Dafoe.
Dafoe.
But
wow, man. You should have brought that up earlier. I would have reacted better. Damn it.
But yeah, he is. But yeah, I think he was actually amazing in it.
Yeah.
And there had some really heartfelt moments, and it didn't feel like it used them as a crutch. The other Spider-Men as a crutch. They were an accent. It was still a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. But they came in and helped and made it better on top of it. Like, I've liked all the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies a lot. Yeah. But I thought, killing Aunt May was incredibly sad, and I teared up a little bit. There's a couple times I teared up.
I do like that part where Doc Ock removes the mask, and he's like, "You're not Spider-Man. You're not Peter. You're not Peter."
Yeah.
And he's like, shit, there's gonna be another Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because that's not his Spider-Man.
Yeah. I liked what they did with the lizard, where he's just like, well, if everybody was lizards, like, that's just all he wants. He just wants everyone to be lizards. It's,
Come on, Dr. Connor. Just
it's all he wants. He just wants everyone to be lizards.
Just do the right job. Grow your arm back. Just do one job. You don't have to be a psychopath.
I also really loved Andrew Garfield being able to save MJ, and was like the redeeming factor of him losing. Like, that was actually a really strong moment for me. And actually, in retrospect, everyone loving Andrew Garfield again and his Spider-Man has been great, because I've been like the one guy cheering for the Amazing Spider-Man. Like, the first Amazing Spider-Man, I personally think, is better than all the Raimi movies.
So, fun fact, I'm not going to mention the name, but you know the guy I'm talking about who hates like every movie.
Yeah.
So I watched the first Amazing Spider-Man at his place.
Yeah.
Hated it.
Of course.
He did.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I liked it.
Yeah.
And we got into a big argument about it. And I didn't love it, but I liked it. Like, I also didn't love the Tobey Maguire ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were still cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got into a huge argument about it. Not like violently, but yeah, it's one of those, like, why do you hate this? You have no real reason.
Yeah.
Because it's not that bad, man.
Yeah, no, what everyone gave it shit for were all these weird things. Like, I don't like the suit. I actually thought the new suit in The Amazing Spider-Man... This is a whole side tangent. Anyways, I thought that new suit looked good. Everyone's like, he used Bing. It doesn't matter if he used Bing. What's that have to do with anything?
Yeah,
it has nothing to do with anything.
Wore, like, cut off, like, gloves.
Yeah.
Like, big fucking nerd-ass Peter Parker wore, like, cut off gloves, like, cut fingertip gloves. Like, and he was a skater? No, he wasn't. But it was still cool.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a new
take. It's a new take.
It's like Eternals. It was a new take.
And also, it felt like it was, in a weird way, the Christopher Nolan realistic Spider-Man was the Amazing Spider-Man. It was very grounded in the first one. Now, they go a little bit off the reins in the second one. But I will say, in the second one, there is a good movie in there.
It's more...
You gotta dig for it.
Relative to the day.
Yeah.
Or relative to the time.
Yeah.
How about that?
But yeah, I've been loving how everyone's been, like, reevaluating Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man now after this. So,
I even love the scene with him and Lizard, like, just going down the sewers.
Yeah.
Like, fighting through, like, obviously, look, sewers don't look like it. It's not a goddamn tube slide at, like, Six Flags.
Yeah.
But it was still a cool scene.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, so in Amazing Spider-Man, we got all that back again. And yeah, everyone is reevaluating that. And I think Spider-Man No Way Home was... It actually, for the things I was ready to not like it for, completely turned me around. And that's always like a big thing for me if I'm like, I'm not gonna like this, and you're like,
Yeah.
I actually really like this.
Oh, I know. Believe me, we live together.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our list. So on screen now is our entire list of how we differentiate and how we did. So what's your worst or least good to most favorite Marvel thing from 2021? Let us know in those comments. If you like this style video, I don't know how it'll come out. We'll see how it goes in the editing bay, I guess. But yeah, so do all the things, hit the like button, all that. Yeah, I'm Sexy Matt the Pharaoh Wizard. Until next time, hold on to your hold slot.
Boom.